Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing property ownership in the Kingdom of Thailand. And there's a lot of misconceptions out there that I find sort of in the general public about what is property ownership in Thailand, about sort of the definition of the word own. I'll hear this a lot. Well, I own a house, or I own land in Thailand, or I own real estate in Thailand, or I own a condo in Thailand. And that's going to vary a lot for a foreign national from the different types of properties that vary on the spectrum that one could own. So the rule of thumb is, and it's basically enshrined in law in Thailand, it's not basically, it is enshrined in law in Thailand. Foreigners cannot own real estate, land specifically, under the same conditions that they could in their home country. They can't own land in Thailand. So I see a lot of foreign nationals will say, well, I own land in such and such. Well, when you dig deeper, you'll find out that it's either owned in a spouse or loved one's name, or in certain cases, it may be a corporate setup that then owns property, but that a foreign national may have control over. This is not, strictly speaking, ownership. So you may have a relationship with the actual legal owner, or you may be part of the company that legally owns a piece of property, and you need to be careful with companies that own property, because if it's done pretextually or as a pretense, there can be real problems with that. But I'm not going to get into that in this video. The thing to understand is that again, with one exception, and I'll get into that in a minute, foreigners are precluded from owning land in Thailand. Now, one may be able to gain title to, for example, a structure that sits on a piece of land. That may certainly be possible. We see that a lot with houses that may sit on otherwise perhaps leased or usufruct land, but generally speaking, the rule of thumb is, and it's beyond that, it's the rule, foreigners cannot own land in Thailand. There is an exception with respect to real estate pertaining to condos. It is possible for a foreign national to take freehold title to a Thai condominium, so long as that condominium comports with the provisions of the Condominium Act and one undertakes the formalities to gain freehold title associated with that piece of real estate. But that is a different thing from land. The thing to take away from this video, yes, it's possible to own a Thai condo, but other types of real estate, for example, land specifically, foreigners are specifically precluded from owning that type of Thai real estate.